Hey folks, Justin from Tackle Tactics. It's newsletter day today and we have a problem. I haven't made a video for this week's newsletter. We've been away with some conferences and AFTA and the muster and that sort of thing, Gympie muster. So I haven't been out on the water enough. We haven't made a video. So hopefully you're watching this video right now because that means we have made one. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm gearing up to rip out there and make you a newsletter video for today. So because we don't have a lot of time, what I decided to do was set myself a lure challenge. So basically, there's been a few nice flatties around. So my challenge that I'm setting myself, the 4-inch DieZel MinnowZ, a flatty favorite. I've got some Big EyeZ Jigheads in a variety of sizes and colors and that sort of thing to go with these plastics. And I'm basically setting myself the challenge of catching you guys a nice flatty on this flatty favorite. So we're gonna have about an hour of fishing time plus a little bit of time to run around between a few spots. So it's really going to be a run and gun, fish fast. So I've got some 3/8 ounce 3.0 Big EyeZ on these 4-inch DieZel MinnowZ for fishing a few deeper spots, and I've got some 1/4 ounce 3.0s for hitting the shallows as well. So it's going to be all about just running and gunning, moving, hitting spots until we find where there's a few active fish, and hopefully we can get ourselves a decent flatty. That is our lure challenge for today. ZMan DieZel MinnowZ and a solid flatty. Let's get out there and get stuck into them. Hey folks, we got a quick little session out on the water this morning. So we're pretty much going all or nothing. Talking to a few locals and that sort of thing. The bite is pretty tough. It's sort of a seasonal change now. The bite's pretty tough. We've also had a couple of thunderstorms overnight. So the water is pretty dirty. So I'm going to fish a bigger profile. I'm going to change things up. So I'm going to fish a DieZel MinnowZ. 4-inch DieZel MinnowZ is a deadly paddle tail profile. Really nice size, lots of action in there. Beautiful mullet imitation, and I'm bringing it on a Big EyeZ Jighead. So with the dirty water, I'm going to kick off with a black glow eye on a red bone glow plastic, and I've got a couple of other bright fluoro options as well there to change it up if I need to. So quick session on the water. Let's see if we can get ourselves a decent flatty. Fish on. Yep, there we go. On that DieZel MinnowZ 4-inch, switched it up to the sexy mullet colour in this dirty water. Sexy mullet on a chartreuse Big EyeZ with red eyes, and we're just prospecting a bit of a deeper hole. Oh, we didn't get our flatty, but we got a nice little surprise. That's a cool fish. Let's get this guy in and have a bit of a look at it. Check out that guy. Beautiful little school jewie. Beautiful, have a look at that guy. So that's a nice little school mulloway, school jew. You can see there he's nailed that chartreuse with the red eyes and that 4-inch DieZel MinnowZ in sexy mullet colour. So that is a pretty cool fish. They smell awesome, those guys too. So fishing a little bit deeper water, fishing a bit bigger profile, get rewarded with a different species. So that's a magic little fish. I'm going to get that back in the water. He's away. That's cool. Search goes on for our flatty. Alright, I'm basically fishing the DieZel MinnowZ up into a mouth of a drain here. It's a big drain, quite deep, 2 to 3 meters deep, maybe a little bit more. So I'm fishing a 3/8 ounce jighead. That allows me a nice long cast with this larger plastic, and also with that buoyancy of the elastic, it gets that plastic swimming nice down to the bottom there. So I'm basically just making a big long cast up ahead of me, up into this drain. And as we normally do with this, I'm watching the line. Boom, on the bottom. The line's gone slacker on the bottom. I'm just giving it a few twitches and a pause. Let it get back to the bottom again. Now you can either just hop it and wind up the slack, let it get back on the bottom, pop it again, up off the bottom, wind up the slack. You can slow roll it, or you can do that, what I'm doing sometimes, where I give it a few winds and rips, and then give it a pause. Give it a few winds and rips, give it a pause, let it get back down to the bottom. We're letting it get to the bottom because we're primarily targeting, we're looking for a good flatty. So we're fishing for flathead, and we're also, as you saw, we got that nice little school mulloway to kick things off. So main aim is, we've only got ourselves an hour on the water this morning, so we wanted to see if we can get ourselves a decent flatty in amongst what is a tough bite currently. So we've upsized that plastic, so we've got a bit larger profile presentation, hopefully attracting ourselves a larger flatty. So let's keep rolling on up through this drain and see if we can find one. Yep. There we go, a fish on there. Doesn't feel super big, but looks like a decent flatfish. Oh, we've done our sunnies. That's on that. Oh, come on, buddy. That's on that sexy mullet colour again. In the DieZel MinnowZ. Not the beast we're after, but not a bad fish. So we're on our upsize today. We're fishing our larger profile to try and get ourselves a good flatty. He's not a bad little fish, good condition, solid little fella. And that's on that upsized plucky. Righto. Let's have a look at you. There you go. So you're still not going to miss out on your mid-40s fish fishing that 4-inch DieZel MinnowZ. They'll eat that no problem. They love a mullet, so they'll eat that without a worry. And there you go. You can see he's hooked nicely right in the corner of the jaw, picking up that 4-inch DieZel MinnowZ with that 3/8 ounce 3.0 in the chartreuse red eyes and a big eyes. So even though we've upsized to that 4-inch plucky, we're still going to catch normal standard size flatties, so he's probably mid-40s sort of fish. So good fun. I still think we're going to get that bigger one, but we just got to keep grinding out. We've only got 1 hour, so I'm pretty much running and gunning. I'm moving forward about a cast distance, fanning a few casts to cover the area, move forward, fan cast, move forward, fan cast. We'll give this drain a bit of a go, and then I'm going to nick off over to another drain and give it a crack before we wrap up. So that's a nice little flatty anyway. So we've got ourselves a mulloway and a flatty fishing that DieZel MinnowZ. The run-in tide isn't really my favourite for flathead, so we're working around it today by fishing some drains. So basically there's not enough water up on the flats yet that we're going to be losing all the flatties up in there. So we're basically taking this hour, about halfway through the run-in tide, to just work up through the middle of a few drains, throw this guy around and see if we can pick ourselves off a flatty. So good fun. Yep. Oh, pocket rocket. That was only a little tacker, but that's okay. Bit of activity is good. Hopefully he's got a bigger mate in there. Yep. Oh, that guy's not happy. Oh, don't bite me off. Oh, he spat it. That was a good fish. Oh, that was a good flatty, and he spat it. Oh, shook his head. I couldn't get his head back underwater, and he spat it. Oh, killer. Oh, we put ourselves right on the spot to get him too. Oh, that's a killer. Oh, man, hope he's got a friend with him. That was mid-60s, that guy. Mid-60s and still swimming around out there. Oh, some epic head shakes on that. Ooh, hopefully it's got a friend. Do you have a friend out there, big fish? We've only given ourselves an hour or so, and that's the one that we wanted. Buckle up. The GoPro and I are not friends lately, so I miss this guy, but he's not a big fish. But after we lost that sort of mid 60, 70 centimeter one, I'm happy to get another hook up, so that's pretty cool. But I was twitching that one back in here. We're in half a meter of water, and I watched this little, he's 41, this guy, I watched him come up and just smash the plastic as it was twitched up towards the surface. So very, very cool. He's absolutely annihilated. He scoffed that 4-inch DieZel right down the gob there. 4-inch DieZel on that chartreuse red eyes head. So I got a bit of surgery there. I'll grab the pliers and get that out. Don't want to knock him around too much. So there you go. He's absolutely just smashed that as it was coming back towards the surface. I'll have to retie and we'll sort this guy out. Fish on. All right, we'll keep working our way along this mangrove edge, just flicking the mangroves. Hopefully we can get a decent one, but regardless, you know, we've come out for an hour fishing the DieZel minnows on, you know, not such a great tide, and got that little mulloway, and we've got a couple of flatties, and we lost that good flatty. So our hour of power is going pretty well, but we'll just see if we can get a nice one here to finish off. But if not, it's still been a great fun little session. Yep. There we go. We got the bite twitching. That DieZel. Woo, good fun. Oh no, he just spun it as well. What is going on? Oh man, I've lost 2 fish up on the flats here. Killing me. Killing me. Oh, dude. Yep. That one feels like it could be a bit better. Could be a little bit better, that one. Yeah, that's a nice fish. Don't bite me off, buddy. No, after the luck we've had today, I tell you, that was a pretty epic hour of power, that's for sure. There's only about a few minutes left on it, but we've got two undersized fish, 2 legal flatties, 1 mulloway, dropped 2 nice flatties. I couldn't believe it. The one that we're after for the little challenge that we set ourselves, we've dropped it twice. We've got another nice one on here, so hopefully we don't dump it as well. I've had the dropsies today, so it's a good time of year for getting up and chasing some bigger flatties, and that DieZel MinnowZ is an excellent plastic to chase them with. You'll see it's a favourite for a lot of the hardcore flatty guys and the guys fishing the flatty classic. They love that DieZel MinnowZ, and it's no wonder. It's got an incredible action. It's thinner, higher profile, gives it a real nice mullety swimming action. A lot of tail action, a lot of kicking of the body rather than rolling. It's a real nice flatty. Oh, come on, buddy. Now we just don't want to lose another one or get bitten off. This is a nice fish. Got a couple little dings in him. I don't know what he's been doing, battling someone probably. Come on, mate, in the net, in the net. No, come on. We're going to send you back again. Back around again. In the net. That is a cracker. That is the challenge we set ourselves, and we have succeeded. So I'll tell you what, it wasn't without a little bit of pain, but we got there. So I was really hurting after losing those couple of fish, so I'm stoked to see this one in the net. You want to have a look at this fish. This is a cracker, so pretty happy with that. Let's have a look. All right, have a look at that for a beast of a fish. That is an absolute tank. That's a weapon of a fish. It's in brilliant, healthy looking condition in terms of the body size and weight and everything. But it's got a couple of chew marks on its back there. Hooked beautifully on that Big EyeZ Jighead. Oh, come on, buddy. Come on. Come on, settle down now. I want to get you back in the water. Come on. Oh. There we go. Hooked beautifully. That's a fair tank of a fish. I reckon that's getting up high 60s. Let's put a ruler on. Right, give us a mark, buddy. That mark there. So it's a 68 centimetre flatty, hour of power. That was our challenge. We got him. That is an absolute beautiful fish. You can see those couple of ding marks there where it looks like it's had a run in with something. But that's a beautiful fish. So that's a 68. Pop this out. You know, that's a deadly placky. We've talked about it before. It's a brilliant plastic for chasing flatties. And a stack of other species, mulloway, all sorts of things. Barra, jacks love this plastic. But there you go. That is a 68 centimetre flatty on our 4-inch DieZel MinnowZ and our quarter 3.0 that time. In a Big EyeZ chartreuse red eyes with that sexy mullet colour in a 4-inch DieZel MinnowZ. So mate, I am pumped. Now we need to let this go back into water. Love watching these big girls swim away. So there you go folks, hour of power, a success. I thought I'd choked there, but we did manage to get a good one in the end. That's a 68. It's a nice heavy fish up in the shallow water. So we got ourselves 2 undersized flatties, 2 legalies. Dropped a couple that I thought were going to be this one that we get to have a good look at, and then we got this nice 68. So we're going to get down the back there and we're going to send this one on its way. Fish on. Righto, this is the best bit for me. I love when we get one of these decent sized flatties and we get to send her on her way. So here we go. Oh, she's away. She's fired up still. Buckle up. What a session. The hour of power. Loved it. Hopefully you guys enjoy the vid, and hopefully there's a couple of tips in there as well for chasing flatties up on the flats, and also where we started in that drain there. So all the best with the fishing. Get out there. Hope you have an hour of power soon. Fish on.